Are we live? Okay, great. All right, hello everybody, and welcome to Q&A live stream number 116. It is approximately 9:29 p.m. right here on the East Coast in the great state of New Jersey. Today is Saturday, February 13th, 2021. And yeah, so today is Saturday. So lots to talk about today. I know Diesel Lucy is doing a live stream, so some people might be in, some people might be out. Again, he is doing a live stream, so yeah. I know this is the third consecutive live stream. It's pretty cool. Hello, CJ, and hi, Dylan DeJesus. How are you? So yeah, again, today's the 13th of February. So obviously, lots of news has unfolded. But I have a really interesting thing that I want to share with you guys today. This is talking about Lord and Taylor. I don't know, you guys probably saw this from the video earlier today. I do have an image that I want to show. So I definitely want to show that image in this particular video. So like I said, I have to just go into my history here. Hold on one second, guys. And this is about Lord and Taylor. I could have done this in Chrome, but oh well. Okay, so let's go ahead and share the screen. So this photo today, this was taken at the Lord and Taylor store at the Freehold Raceway Mall in Freehold, New Jersey. This pretty much states the last 14 days. And as we know, today is February 13th. So that means all Lord and Taylor stores. That's all the stores in New Jersey, the last 4 stores in New York, the last 2 stores in Connecticut, the last store in Florida, Michigan, Washington, District of Columbia. They are all closing within the next 2 weeks. The one exception is the Bala Cynwyd store, because Bala Cynwyd closed not the 27th of January 2021. The reason that all these Lord and Taylors are closing is just so that they can all close at the same time. 2 out of the 19 Lord and Taylor stores are located in Bergen County, New Jersey. And as a lot of you know on this channel, I've gone over the Bergen County Blue Laws, and that is a law about all non-essential businesses closing on a Sunday. So they figured, let's just close them all together. Scott, all Lord and Taylors are closing Saturday, February 27th, 2021. Also on that day, the Bed Bath & Beyond store in Manhasset will be closing on that day as well. So February 27th for the last 19 Lord and Taylor stores, and also the Bed Bath & Beyond stores that began liquidation sales on Tuesday, December 22nd, 2020. So yeah, that is my little thing about Lord and Taylor. And actually, this may not work directly in the chat, because I bet it's going to go into like 2 different chats. So whatever's in the chat, just copy this first part and then this second part, and then paste it and then search it. Again, you may have to go into my physical video, which I guess I'll put a link in the chat. And then from there, there's a link in the description below showing off the picture that was taken today at the Lord and Taylor store at the Freehold Raceway Mall in Freehold, New Jersey. So that is my update on Lord and Taylor and the Bed Bath & Beyonds that are currently liquidating. So moving on to our next topic is Sears. So as everyone knows, on the 28th of January, there were 20 closures announced. And then just recently, about Sears and Kmart, we got 6 additional closures. The Kmart in Kearney is closing as well. May 2nd is the final day, which means I believe liquidation sales are going to begin at the Kmart in Kearney, New Jersey by the 19th. I'm sorry, by the 18th or the 25th of February. So that's your update on that. And not only do I have that info, but I also have an important thing to read here. This is very, very, very important. It was on Crazy About Kmart and Sears. And I actually posted this morning. So this was on Sears layoffs. So this guy dropped in. He went this morning to the Sears and Roebuck store in Bergen, Florida, which is at a Westfield property. They talked to the general manager, and they said that there will be 3 more rounds of closings after April, and the third to last round closes everything. No dates to closing. He said it would happen this year. Sorry about the bad news. So this comment pretty much proves exactly what I was talking about in the second or last live stream. I was pretty accurately correct when I said there'll be another 3 to 4. So my guess is they trickled in one more list before they announced the next round after April. So it's inevitable at this point. I mean, it's 3 more rounds and that's it. And Sears Jersey City is the last one in the state. So yeah. What about Bed Bath & Beyond in the Mount Vernon Shopping Center? Is it going to close? No. Whatever Bed Bath & Beyond's that was on the Excel sheet, courtesy of Hilco Merchants. Those are the Bed Bath & Beyond stores that are closing. It's 37 locations. They're closing one in New Jersey. They closed a couple already, but given that is yeah. So, anyways, ooh. Hold on one second, guys. I'll be back, guys. I actually have to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. My apologies, guys. I really had to use the bathroom. But anyways, I'm back now. So I'm pretty good, Mohammed Sonic Boom. How are you? I'm pretty good, Scorch. How are you? The gallery at Salisbury is in trouble. I don't think so necessarily. Yeah, all Lord and Taylors are closing February 27th. I know Bed Bath and Beyond and Lake Success Shopping Center doesn't open. It's still opened. It's not. It's not liquidating. It's open. It's Google. According to Google, it says it's open for in-store shopping. So I don't know what they're saying about that. Chris, what's a good mall to look at Google Maps? If you want to have a lot of fun, King of Prussia or Animal America, of course. Try the Northeast. Texas is like how it was what southern. Yeah, no, the Northeast is a lot colder than Texas. That's for sure. Hi, Joe. How are you, man? Sorry, I didn't catch your comment before. But yeah. So a couple things for anyone who just joined. First of all, Lord and Taylor stores. First of all, Lord and Taylor stores, all Lord and Taylor stores, the 19 remaining Lord and Taylor stores are closing Saturday, February 27th, 2021, to align with the two stores closing in Bergen County so they can all close at the same time without having to worry about the Bergen County blue laws. So all Lord and Taylor stores and the 37 Bed Bath & Beyond stores that are liquidating all closing Saturday, February 27th, 2021. So that is why. What else? Oh yeah, Sears and Kmart. So yeah, so Sears and Kmart, they're closing about well, they first announced a round of 21, then add an additional 6 on. That's about 28 Sears and Kmart stores that are going to be closing. So at the fourth round, and then a small third round, or I'm sorry, a big fifth round, a small fourth round, and then there's 3 more rounds, and then it's done completely. So like I said, I have this thing here. For this is again for anybody who just joined the live stream, of course. So I'll go over it again. Um, they went to the store in Brandon, Florida, the Sears and Roebuck store that's currently liquidating there. They talked to the manager. They said there's going to be 3 rounds of closings after April, and the third one will close everything, and it's all going to be done by this year. So I would imagine that the Sears and Roebuck stores and Kmart's will be done, and they'll close all the stores. I would say by Christmas Eve. It's done. Sears and Kmart are done. Honestly, at this point, there's no saving both stores, unfortunately. So they're done as a whole, and we know the plan, and the plan has worked out so well for Eddie. Look at how much he's gotten away with. So I hate that Sears in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, is closing. Yeah, me too. I mean that was the last one in the state of Louisiana, and now it's closing. Yeah, I mean it confirmed on Indeed yesterday, followed by being confirmed this morning on jobs.sears.com. So yeah, it's over for Sears and Kmart, unfortunately. So the dominoes are starting to fall for Sears and Kmart, unfortunately. But the plans worked out so well for Eddie, and he's made his millions while screwing the people working inside the stores. So, oh well, I guess. Yeah. So the Kmart in Belleville began liquidation sales on the 4th, and I believe the Kmart in Kearney is beginning liquidation sales end of February. That store is closing May 2nd, and then the Kmart store in Belleville is closing the 18th. So April 18th for the Kmart store in Belleville, and then May 2nd for the Kmart store in Kearney. And then Avenel in Middlesex County and Westwood and Bergen County are going to be the only 2 Kmarts left in the entire state of New Jersey. Outlet Collection in Niagara Falls. I don't know where that is. That sounds like a Tanger property. Yes, the former J.C. Penney closed at Willow Grove Park Mall in 2017. That's right. It only lasted for 5 years, that store. It's kind of like the story, but the one that lasted even shorter was the one in the Kings Plaza. They opened it up 2 years later, closed because of the pandemic. Probably the shortest lived J.C. Penney store ever. I went to Woodbridge Center last Monday because last Sunday was my birthday. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a really nice mall. Sadly, the Sears, which used to be in Abraham and Strauss, and the Lord and Taylor that used to be in Orbach and Steinbach, closed. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't walked through Paramus Park recently. The last time I was there was actually a week ago, but just to see Stu Leonard's. I didn't really have time to walk through the mall, unfortunately. Actually, no, it was last Friday because I had an appointment up there and we had to get some groceries at Stu Leonard's. I just didn't have time to walk around the mall. San Juan, Puerto Rico. I'm not surprised. I wonder why Abercrombie closed their Roosevelt Field location and not their Rockaway location. Probably the leasing agreement. Yes, both malls are owned by Simon. Definitely a leasing agreement. Thank you so much to Eddie Lampert, who keeps making profits to the people. You mean he walks away with money while screwing the person that's making minimum wage in the store? I think that's what you mean. Hi, Mr. Elevator Dude. How are you? Um, I would say end of March, early April. It really depends on how fast the groups can be vaccinated. But it's a really, I mean, the whole process for the vaccine is just it's such on a big scope. So it's going to take a while, of course. So at least Eddie is going to prison. Uh, yeah. Well, the problem is he's worth a lot of money. I don't see Eddie Lampert going to prison. The problem is he's a lot of money. So even if he gets charged, he won't be going to jail. He'll pay the fees and then he'll walk away from it. That's the plan. I mean, it's worked out so well for Eddie. No, no worries to be late. Oh, you were off on Monday. Can you do an Eddie Lampert rant? Yeah, I'll just make it quick and simple. I've done Eddie Lampert rants way too much. The bottom line is the man is just a he just sucks. He just sucks as a business person. He's made lots of crappy decisions. He's put many people's lives. He's put many disruptions to many livelihoods, and not to mention this has all happened before the pandemic. That's what a lot of people don't realize, and that's what the media doesn't realize. I mean, you see barely any retail coverage on the media. Like, people like me do a better job than the media, and like it's like I'm doing their job for them without making any money. So, and I do a much better job talking about it because all the news they'll do a tiny little snippet article, and like they won't do something big or massive or go into it or talk about the details of it. I don't know. I feel like you get more of an experience on here versus say on the. Am I even pointing to the television back there? Saying if you watch like the television, okay. Hopefully, I'm pointing to the television back there. Um, but what I was going to say is, yeah, I mean, Eddie Lampert, he's destroyed so many jobs and so many livelihoods, and a lot of this has happened before the pandemic. It's just the pandemic has certainly accelerated the process of the world's slowest liquidation. It's still slow. It's just the pandemic has speeded up a little bit. I like doing motions with my hands because you guys can see like how I can describe things. My mall was just went abandoned. Oh, I'm not surprised. Wherever you want to live. I do agree too, but he has so much money that he'll never, for the rest of the time that Eddie Lampert is alive, I don't think he will ever see what poverty is like. And I don't think he's going to prison either. Considering the amount of money he has, yeah, he will not be behind bars. That's a shame. Okay. Yeah, I heard about Johnson and Johnson, the vaccine. It's a single dose. The former Kmart in Exton, Pennsylvania is now a Whole Foods market. I'm not surprised. Those things are popping up left and right. They're like the Wildies and Aldi's. Hi, Chris. This is it. The final 14 days of Lord and Taylor. Yes, that's right, John C. I still have the Kmart by me. Yeah, I have now two liquidating Kmarts, which are Kearney and Belleville, but Westwood and Avenel are still kicking for now, at least. I heard some people tried to sue Subway using fake tuna. The plan failed for them. Well, because Subway's a big corporation. Even though I don't get their sandwiches that much, I could see why that would fail. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, permanently closed. I checked their websites. Smaller stores. Any plans? No, Westwood Kmart is not closing yet. The only Kmart's closing in the state right now. Belleville started liquidation sales, and Kearney's starting liquidation sales in 2 weeks. Uh, I mean, Sears is not exactly a destination. Um, but here's the thing with Sunrise. Sunrise just got acquired by Urban Edge, so it's going to take a while for them to reinvent the plan. I'm very optimistic though with Urban Edge, considering their track record here in New Jersey with Wayne Town Center and Bergen Town Center. I could very well see Urban Edge turning around Sunrise. Just probably less traditional department stores and more of like turning it into a lifestyle center. Definitely a supermarket will go there. Absolutely. There'll be a supermarket there. Mark my words, one of the anchors will become a supermarket. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin was college roommates with Eddie Lampert. Yes, I'm well aware about that. I've read that. I trust me, Joe. I've read that online. But thank you. I appreciate you for bringing that up. That you are right about that. Yes, GNC never opened up an American Dream. Why did Creighton Barrel have to leave Monmouth Mall? So that Creighton Barrel was a warehouse outlet. That was a temporary tenant. Plus, they didn't use the two full floors of Lord and Taylor, and it was a temporary tenant. They didn't use both floors. Yeah, we don't really have an FY. Oh, yeah, I don't know why FYE would do that. That's really weird. Yeah, GNC is struggling. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, Kmart and Closer Plaza, they turned that around. Smaller Target concept, Whole Foods, and a Home Goods. Yeah, very good selection over there. That is for sure. Wow, there's a lot of people on here. Um, but yeah, for anybody who just joined, I share my screen once again. This is the update on Lord and Taylor. This was taken this today at Freehold Raceway Mall, and there you go. Lord and Taylor, not last 19 remaining stores closing in the next 2 weeks, 14 days. All Lord and Taylor's closing Saturday, February 27th, 2021. That's your update on Lord and Taylor. No. And Freehold has so many supermarkets. God, they don't need to put another one there. No, they already got a Walmart. They definitely have a shop right down there. They have a Stop and Shop. No, Freehold does not need another supermarket. There's too many choices down there. Yes, GNC is a vitamin store. That is correct. I think they're building a Whole Foods already in Massapequa Park, so definitely not a Whole Foods. Do you hate that they're closing all Godiva chocolate stores in the USA? Yeah, it's quite sad. It's certainly quite sad. I heard they're closing after Valentine's Day. I mean, really no point to keep them open beyond Valentine's Day at that point. I mean, no reason to do that. So I got the final ride on the elevator at Lord and Taylor Freehold. I mean, it's a Schindler MT. It's really nothing exciting, but cool. I'm glad you did it. Neiman Marcus Hudson Yards is the shortest lived department store. Yeah, I think on record it's the shortest lived department store in the United States. Opened in 2019 and opened in 2020. I'm sorry, and closed 2020 because of the COVID-19. Yeah, as some malls are going to die, and their death is going to be accelerated by the pandemic and in the world of social distancing. So, it is what it is. Um, that's a good um that is a good point to make. But Uniqlo just relocated to Paramus Park. I can't imagine them wanting to go in Bergen Town Center. It wouldn't be the right mall for them. Bergen Town, no. They need to stay at Paramus Park because yeah, I think they need to stay there because it's a store they can speak of. It's they have the store there. Yeah, they need to hold on to Paramus Park as much as possible. So I don't think it'll go there. Oh, okay, cool. No, not a Lildy. Remember when Chipotle gave people Samola? Yes, I remember that. I remember that very well, actually. No, Godiva's going online just like Lord and Taylor. My mall, Biloxi, my mall in Biloxi, Edgewater Mall is still doing. Oh wow, 57 years. That's pretty good. No, definitely not that for Roosevelt Field. Toys R. I actually just saw it a couple. Yeah, I tried to eat there. It's a long story. I'd rather not get into it, but yeah, no. Toys R Us closed both of their new concept stores, which failed because of the pandemic. But they were already struggling even before the pandemic hit. Concept completely failed. Now that spot's abandoned at the mall once again. So, um, oh, I didn't even know the King of Prussia. Was it in the former Bloomingdale's? Because I know they pulled one of those things at Whitman. So I don't know. I'll put the fan on actually. Normally I wouldn't do the fan on, but it's just like it's so like hot in here, so that's why I have to put the fan on. That way the air can kind of circulate a little bit. Not much train tech. How are you? Um, yeah, definitely. It's very surprising to see those stores closing. Of course, that is for sure. Yeah, yeah. The Westwood Kmart has avoided so many lists. It dodged another bullet. Lives another day. You have a big dog and a small dog. That's cute. Oh, nice. Well, having a J.C. Penney is always a good thing. Oh, that's probably why they had two Macy's stores, and then when they connected the two, then it became one big mega mall. Yeah, it probably will, and they'll probably get Sears there. I mean, like I said, it's a minor anchor loss, and Roosevelt Field as a whole is still a very valuable property, so they'll get something in there quick, and that's a very easy vacancy to fill. That's not a big vacancy at all. Do you have siblings? One older brother. Yeah, but they're renting there for now. Fun fact about the malls in Middlesex County: there used to be a Wendy's at Menlo Park Mall, but it closed in late 2014 to focus on the Woodbridge Center location. Okay, Wendy's isn't not exactly a struggling chain, but that's a really weird thing to do. Yeah, Wendy's is not a struggling restaurant, that's for sure. Wendy's is doing actually relatively well, believe it or not. Primark should come out here and go into Sunrise and Roosevelt Field. Primark right now is kind of not expanding stores given the pandemic. They want to see what happens with the pandemic. Plus, they had their own issues, especially with government restrictions in Europe that pretty much closed all non-essential retail for a long period of time. They're just now beginning to open up non-essential retail again, but it's just like the whole COVID thing is a whole roller coaster for retail because one minute they're open, the next minute they're closed. The one minute they're open, closed. At least here in the United States, retail only closed once and it has not closed since. So we've been able to keep retail open from, I would say, May all the way to now, pretty much, which is a good thing at least. And the country as a whole is heading in the down direction. So hopefully we won't go back into lockdown. But the fact they want to roll out the vaccines as quick as possible to prevent another lockdown is certainly a smart move. That is for sure. And I'm also glad that the CDC released some guidelines on getting kids back to schools. I'm going to have to say for now, Ocean County is a better mall than Monmouth. Both malls have about the same anchor stores, but Ocean County has a lifestyle center going for them. That's a very good point to make. Yes, and they do have the brew house. I don't know. It's just Monmouth is bigger, and Monmouth Mall also has an AMC connected to it, so it has another thing going for it too. But you are right. Ocean County does have a little bit more going for it. Excuse me. Another one of those bugs in here. Yeah, I think Wendy's is number two. Burger King is okay. It's not great. Wendy's is better, and McDonald's is king. Chick-fil-A is not bad, but their drive-through lines are ridiculous. I used to work for Pebbles Department Store, aka Stage, as a manager, and they were supposed to charge me. They were supposed to change over to Gorman's, but they never happened out when the whole company bellied up. Oh, well, that happens. There's still no closing sign for Sears and Roebuck in Willow Grove. This is taking forever. That store to be killed by a fast bullet. Well, I mean, considering there's going to be three closing rounds this year, that store will have its day coming. Primark already has a location in American Dream, and I don't think they're looking to expand their stores right now. I can't imagine they're trying to do that. And I think there should be something else for Century 21 personally. I like Wendy's breakfast better than McDonald's, actually. Just my opinion, but I do like Wendy's breakfast better. Um, you know what, I could take my. I could take my. But on mute once again. Well, you had Arby's yesterday. Nice. Hardee's. Oh yeah, that's like in the south. That's not like up here in the north. Me too. I actually miss like going out and my friends like on a night like tonight. Like I can't even see my friends because of the stupid nonsense with COVID. But oh well. Yeah, I miss normal life too. I actually got to see my first Broadway play right before everything crapped to bed with the pandemic. It's just very unfortunate, you know. What is this? Wow.
I'm just going through notifications right now, actually. Yes, I've heard of Delaware Elevator Inc. Oh, you. Oh, okay. Probably outside though. Not that I care for that store, but cool. Is Regal Cinemas Popcorn Plus is still? Is that a movie theater? Oh, that's like a thing in Texas. Oh, that's kind of cool. Popcorn Plus. It's like a cool little mall kiosk. Oh, candy. Yeah, I just saw it on the internet. Yeah, Clifton. The thing with Clifton is it's a big town, and it has two major highways that ultimately intersect with each other. Is Regal Cinemas becoming a defunct? Is becoming defunct like Carmike Cinemas? The pandemic has completely killed off the entire chain when we had to fully shut down last year. So the thing is, AMC is opened, but Regal Cinemas, yes, is closed, unfortunately. Um. Oh, it seems to be a hot dog meme that started on TikTok. Not that I care for TikTok, but yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I just never got into TikTok. I'm just not that type of person to get into TikTok. So, to look at my phone. So Gap and Old Navy are the same company. So no, I'd say that they're doing well. Plus, Old Navy is about to open up a new store at Westfield Garden State Plaza again. Ugh. Let's X out of that. So, anyways, yeah, no, all Regal cinemas are closed except AMC. AMC is open. Regal cinemas completely shut down, temporarily at least, but it could be permanent if more shutdowns are there. Yeah, I'm not surprised. What Westbury? I want to see something real quick. I have to watch. I'm gonna watch that after this stream. No. Let's see. Not if it has a Nordstrom. Any mall that has a Nordstrom, that means it's doing relatively well. And I think South Shore Plaza has a Nordstrom going for it. So I can't imagine. Well, Sears is just done in general. That just needs to go. But if the mall is still going to have a Macy's and I'm sorry, the mall's still going to have a Macy's and a Nordstrom. I can't imagine the mall struggling as a whole. Just given the circumstances of it having a Nordstrom. Plus, it is a Primark. So I think the mall's in good shape, South Shore Plaza in Braintree. No, Westfield South. No. South Shore Plaza is located in Braintree, Massachusetts. I know this can get very, very confusing. Okay. South Shore Plaza is located in Braintree, Massachusetts. Westfield South Shore is located in Bay Shore, New York. The two can be very confusing, yes. And of course, both had Lord and Taylor's. So South Shore Plaza is in Braintree, Massachusetts, owned by the Simon Property Group, and Westfield South Shore, located in Bay Shore, New York, is owned by the Westfield Group. Well, not for much longer, but for now, we can say it's owned by the Westfield Group. I don't really have a set bedtime. I don't have a bedtime anymore. I'd go to sleep whenever I want, pretty much. I'm not surprised. Interesting. But no, South Shore Plaza in Braintree, Massachusetts is not in trouble, especially given the fact that it has a Nordstrom. I'm really sad that Century 21 department stores have closed. All their stores, especially the one I lived and shopped at next to the World Trade Center. It's been there for a year when I was growing up. Oh, for years? Yeah, we had about 3 in New Jersey. We were going to have 4, but thanks to the COVID, we unfortunately never got to see Century 21 American Dream. It was all done, no merchandise, because by the time American Dream was allowed to open, Century 21 began liquidation sales. That was probably the closest. Out of the 3 that were planned, American Dream was literally this close to opening up. And then the pandemic screwed everything up for them. Yeah, I mean, I've been to both. I went to both locations when they were liquidating. I went to Paramus and I went to the one in Morristown. And I actually liked Morristown a little bit more, just given the fact that that was a Macy's at one point, while the one in Paramus used to be a Stearns at one point. But yeah, it is sad that Century 21 is out of business, and this is actually the stats on their website. They've actually they deactivated their website. I don't even know if you can get on Century 21 stores. I'll actually go ahead and share my screen if I can, of course. Just know their site. Sometimes it'll work on Chrome, sometimes it won't. Let me actually try it here. Okay, let me go ahead and copy this into Chrome. Excuse me. Isn't this working? Maybe they truly did deactivate their website. Interesting. Not working for me. Exactly. That's what you got to do. Yes, in the lower level of Sears. Would you go to Green Acres if you had a car? No, I still wouldn't go to Green Acres. Whether a car or not, I still would not waste a whole day to ride a generic Westinghouse. Scorch, I'm only saying you should go because you're close to the store. I'm much further away. I'm not going through all that traffic or even the trains. I'm not doing all that. I only go out to Long Island for very specific reasons. The reason I went out to Hicksville, 1956 armored traction elevators, you don't see that every day. And then obviously the other reason why I went out, because I was able to I went on the Burlington Freight at JCPenney at Westfield South Shore, which that was a pretty cool experience. That was a really cool experience. Once in a lifetime, of course. I don't think anything's going to happen with Nordstrom. I'm a little sad that Auntie Anne's is no longer in Paramus. They said it temporarily closed. Let's see. Yeah, they said they're temporarily closed. They have a couple. They have another location in the county, I believe. Yeah, I thought they did. Where else do they have an Auntie Anne's? 1, 2. Oh. Okay, well, we know they have one at the rest stop over there. Within 50 miles. Yeah, they have a couple of Auntie Anne's. They actually put it in Tenafly, Newark International Airport in Tenafly. Well, that's an error on their part, that's for sure. They have one at a rest stop in Montvale, and the Paramus, I guess Paramus is temporarily closed. That's really weird. I don't know why they would not be opened. Wetzel's Pretzels, though, is better, definitely. Yes, there was a Sears in Garden City, which used to be Bloomingdale's. Bloomingdale's moved out of that freestanding location to go into the Roosevelt Field, which used to be A&S. And before Abraham and Strauss, that was the Alexander store. Hi, Elevators of Steel City by Otis Elevator Fan 102. How are you? That's a tough one. I don't know personally. Maybe another entertainment place. I don't know. Yes, and then it was canceled because of the pandemic. I think I answered that already. Pretty good, Fantech 0104. How are you? Yeah, I mean, if you live 20 minutes away, I would. That's a decent modernization, Schindler. Macy's did a good job on that one. I give Macy's hands down. See, Macy's did that Schindler mod right. I was not a fan of what they did to White Plains, although it is certainly a step up from Willowbrook. That is for sure. Put the two together, it's a step down from Short Hills just because of the cab interior and design. But I would say it's probably better than the mod they did the new installation they did at Willowbrook. It's certainly a step up from that. But it's not my favorite Schindler Bloomingdale's mod. My favorite Schindler Bloomingdale's mod was Riverside. They went all out on that. Wow. I mean, talk about modernizing a dumpy elevator into something that they turned that elevator around. It's beautiful. I've only been on it once, but I would definitely like to film it again at some point. There's an Auntie Anne's in North Bergen. I actually just checked. There used to be one in Teterboro, but I think it closed, unfortunately. Not that I was ever a fan of Auntie Anne's. I've always preferred Wetzel's Pretzels. But can you name the Walmarts in Nassau County? You can look at it on maps. I personally don't want to go through that. Walmart just really isn't anything special, and I would prefer not to waste my time on Walmart. The only reason I focus on Kmart is just because of the small amount of stores that they have left. Same could be said for Sears, obviously. So yeah, I filmed 2 of them. One is a scenic elevator. Yeah, the scenic elevator is not that special. The Macy's is pretty good though. That one's probably the best one in the mall. Everything else is kind of crap, honestly. Yeah, I like what they did. Speaker though is definitely much cheaper than Riverside. Riverside speaker was, if you compare the Riverside speaker Schindler with the White Plains speaker, Riverside blows that speaker away. I mean, just better. They got a better quality speaker for that Bloomingdale's elevator versus the Bloomingdale's elevator at the Gallery at White Plains location. Yeah, don't even bother. 6 hours away from Pittsburgh, not worth it for you. Walmart, well, I don't know. Farmingdale, Westbury, I don't really know the Walmarts out there, nor do I care about them. I don't really care about Walmart. Oof. Who said the best motors at Roosevelt Field? Two elevators at Roosevelt Field have the best motors, and I think you guys know H&M. Everybody loves H&M for some god reason, and Bloomingdale's Roosevelt Field, which used to be Alexander's. Yeah, Target's a little bit better quality than Walmart. Yeah, the cupcake place used to be in Riverside, but they moved it. Charlie's, Dunkin', Nathan's, Chick-fil-A, and the cupcake menu. Well, they had a Burger King there. Did they close the Burger King at Paramus Park? I ate there. Oh wow. They son of a bee. They actually closed the Burger King at Paramus Park. Wow. I mean, I'm not surprised, but wow, that's shocking, actually. That's really shocking that they closed that one. Who knows? Maybe Burger King is not good enough for Paramus. Yeah. They don't, yeah, no, they're nowhere in Paramus. That was the only Burger King in Paramus. Burger King. We have so many near me. They're not exactly in upscale towns. Like you wouldn't find a Burger King in Upper Saddle River. Or maybe you would, but maybe more so near the highway. Burger King. I don't know. I don't know. For some reason I like saying Burger King. Hmm. Well, I'm glad that they got rid of those Schindler MTs. Maybe, but maybe it was because of the pandemic. Well, it was just broken that day. I'm sure it's fixed now. Again, I don't know what's happening with Freehold Raceway Mall, so I cannot unconfirm that or confirm that. Yes, Wetzel's has a few locations in New Jersey. Westfield Garden State Plaza, many Westfield Garden State Plaza because of Westfield and the Wetzel's relationship. It's kind of like the Auntie Anne's and Simon relationship, but a much different pretzel mall relationship. American Dream's going to have one. Willowbrook has one. Woodbridge Center has one. And they have a couple in New York City as well. There was no Schindler MTs at Sears and Garden City. Well, that's just, I mean, there's a Chick-fil-A at Paramus Park, and there's a Chick-fil-A at Westfield Garden State Plaza. We also have a Chick-fil-A at Teterboro Landing. That does a lot of lines, too. So, yeah, I mean, Roosevelt Field's probably not that far away from you. Walmart and Uniondale had a secret Kone. Not that it's anything special, but cool. I should just check my phone real quick. I'm just looking to see something. Auntie Anne's at Short Hills? How would they do that? Oh yeah, they did. They did open up a store at Short Hills. It's a combo between an Auntie Anne's and a Dough Amazing. Probably means Livingston Mall's days are numbered. Yeah, they also have a brew house over there too. Why not? Why didn't you go in? No, no. Chick-fil-A is headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia. Definitely not located. No. Restaurants in Bergen County on a Sunday are allowed to operate because they sell food. Palisades, I'm not surprised. Anything can go there. Oh, you're in Albany right now? That's pretty cool. There was no Schindler MTs were not at the Sears in Garden City. You're thinking of White Plains. No, those were Burlington Dovers. No, Bed Bath and Beyond's not going under, but they just needed to cut back some stores for market correction. Yeah, I never want to go to Hempstead either. Hempstead is like worse than Hackensack. Like it makes Hempstead would make Hackensack, New Jersey look like I just zoomed into my computer. Um, would make Hackensack look like Upper Saddle River. Like Hempstead is that bad. It's a very unsafe area of Long Island, unfortunately. No, Chick-fil-A is their headquarters is in Atlanta, Georgia. Yes, both Bed Bath and Beyond in Manhasset and the Lord and Taylor store are closing Saturday, February 27th, 2021. Oh, oh, that's a shame. Well, you know what you got to do? You got to tell them. You got to tell them in advance. Well, that well, if you're 5 minutes away from Roosevelt Field, I can see why you're there every week. Oh, nice. Have fun. Oh, you're gonna film elevators in Albany? Have fun. Yeah, Ultra Eric, you got to make plans ahead of time before you go out there. That's what I always do. Yeah, last week they did. They went from in my home state, they went from 25% capacity up to 35% capacity for indoor dining. I think New York State is 50%, but New York City, I think it's 25%. Yeah, it's really weird with all the different capacities. Like New York City's 25% capacity indoor dining, New Jersey's 35% indoor dining capacity, and New York State is 50%. It's really weird. You would almost think that everything's just run in one way, but everything's this is this percent capacity, this is that, this is that. It's just everywhere. It's just so freaking messy. It's like just a bunch of squiggly lines on a piece of paper. That's what all these capacity limits are, in my opinion, at least. No, they were Burlington Dovers. I guess, but Tallman was never a fan of food courts, although Simon could very well change that when they do close the deal and they're all Simon properties. Yeah, but Burger King would not be there anymore. Yeah, Bed Bath and Beyond had bigger stores. Bloomingdale's is in Hackensack, not River Edge. No, Hackensack is not that bad of a town. Hackensack, it's not a bad town. Harlem, yeah, you need to watch your ass if you're in Harlem. That's just yeah, watch your ass if you're in Harlem. Sorry for my language. And Hempstead, yeah, you got to watch your ass there too. That's not a great town either. Yeah, Tallman was never a fan of food courts. That's why there was never one at the mall at Short Hills. Plus, at an upscale mall, you don't exactly want a food court. But Simon could very well add one, or they could do a Savior. They could pull one of those, like they did at the Westchester. Who knows? Anything is possible, of course. But then again, it could affect the upscale restaurants that were around the mall. So I don't know personally. What is the closing date for Bed Bath & Beyond in Manhasset? Saturday, February 27th, 2020. Same thing for Lord & Taylor Manhasset. All closing the same date. Oh, good. I hope that's a better area. No, Bed Bath & Beyond is not closing in Paramus. I bet Simon added that in the food court. Have you ever shopped in Edgewater Commons in Edgewater, New Jersey? I've seen it. I've seen pictures of it. I've never stopped there. Oh, okay. So too, but who knows, honestly. Should Simon add a food court to Walt Whitman? They need what if they're going to add any type of food court, they need to pull a savior. The other option, of course, is adding a Nordstrom at Walt Whitman, which would really complement the mall because it would have both a Nordstrom, a Bloomingdale's, a Saks Fifth Avenue, and a Macy's. But Nordstrom's isn't exactly adding stores right now, unless they get pressure to put one out there at Walt Whitman shops. So I didn't know that there was this many people on the stream. Wow. Yeah, they have a lot of H marts around there. Because they're both run by the liquidator, it's being coordinated with the liquidation company, which is Hilco Merchants. So Hilco Merchants is closing the Bed Bath and Beyond stores and the Lord and Taylor stores at the same time, so they can finish up liquidation sales and move on to the next brand that's liquidating before. Yeah, I've been to Parsippany because I used to go to I for a semester and a half because the pandemic forced everyone to be online for remote learning. Um, I actually took 2 semesters in Florham Park, so I was in that area though. Lake Kawada, yeah, and I live in New Jersey, yeah. Yep, all Toys R Us closed there. Do you have any Boscov department stores up north? Yes, we have a couple. We have Woodbridge Center. There's one in Connecticut, I believe, at Westfield or Meriden Mall. It's not called Westfield anymore. We have Ocean County Mall. We have the Monmouth Mall, the one near Atlantic City, another Boscov's, Deptford Mall, and Morristown Mall. Again, you don't have to let your parents go in there. They could go elsewhere around that area. Yeah, you're probably right about that one. Have you passed by Hempstead? Nope, but I've heard many bad things about Hempstead. It's a very unsafe area of Long Island. I know people out there. Yes, because you see the thing is you have Bed Bath & Beyond isn't exactly upscale. You still have the Macy's store in Manhasset, which does really well, surprisingly. I was told that, and then of course you have Americana Manhasset, which is like the Short Hills Mall of Long Island, except the only difference is that's an outdoor mall, while the mall at Short Hills is an indoor mall. I don't know, but I know Boscov's is doing relatively well. Westfield Montgomery is doing well. I don't think that's in trouble. Yeah, Boscov's is headquartered in Pennsylvania, so that's why they have a lot of locations there. I don't play Roblox. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the Sears closed there, so nah. Nordstrom for Whitman, definitely. Yeah, either that for the former Lord and Taylor store, or of course, we could do the Savior thing. But I think Nordstrom would be more ideal, and they could use that as a new 2-level concept store. I think they could do something really cool with that. Yeah, that's probably the only safe part of Hempstead. So, but interesting. Maybe is it? Let's see. Wow, it's actually a freestanding Boscov's. Oh, it's in one of those little strip malls. Wonder if it's like in the middle of nowhere, or if it's near like a major town. It is near. Oh, where in Pennsylvania? This is near Interstate 99. Wonder where this is. Let's see. Uh, just actually just a little north of Levittstown and a little north of Harrisburg, believe it or not. Quite interesting though. And then obviously you got Baltimore, Maryland. Still a fun little town. Yeah, this is quite interesting. This looks to be a 2-level Boscov's, it seems, or maybe even a 3. Nah, It's definitely a 2-level one. That's really weird that they would build a 2-level Boscov, like literally in the middle of nowhere too. It's interesting. Yeah, it's next to a strip mall. I bet there's like a restaurant in here. Obviously, there's a Kohl's, and there looks to be some sort of. Oh, there's a Giant Eagle. Yeah, that's another one of those supermarkets that are out there. There's a Chili's, there's a DQ, and there's also a Texas Roadhouse. Pretty cool little area. But no, definitely not Manhasset. When I passed the Lord and Taylor in Manhasset, I could not find where the new Kona elevator is. It's on the other side of the store. I don't know personally. Yeah, that's really weird. That's an interesting Boscov's. I just looked at. I didn't even know that store existed. Very cool, actually. Do they still have the blue laws in Bergen County? Yes, unfortunately. Yes, so tomorrow, non-essential retail cannot operate in Bergen County. You have to cross the county line into either Passaic, Rockland, or Essex County, or even Hudson County. I'll even go as far as that. So, but anyways, so Target for Manhasset. All right. What about Morris County? No, Morris County does not have a Boscov's. So, all right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and end the live stream here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and that will be it.